All right. We're back with West of Loathing. I might be able to turn this down a bit. Definitely turn it down for myself, but not. There we go. All right, so let's just get right back into it. Oh, that's right. I was atop the stolen train. It's a ladder leading into the train car below. You are feeling neither fair nor square. Take the train back by force. This is a barrel. This barrel is labeled pickled crackers. This barrel is labeled hand fruit. This barrel is labeled pickled pig knuckles. Try saying that 5 times fast. Pickled pig knuckles, pickled pig knuckles, pickled pig knuckles, pickled pig knuckles, pickled pig knuckles. It's the back of the train. Hop off and head back to Frisco. No, I gotta get my train back. Someone has carefully stacked these crates with the this end up arrows all pointing in different directions. This barrel is labeled nubs. It's a locked safe. Oh man. That requires a lot of safe cracking. It's the door to the next car and it's locked with an unpickable plot brand lock. You are feeling, oh yeah, fight him. It's just one guy. And Buffalo Bill just took it out half his health. Now I can just shoot him and kill him in one hit. Oh, I've had just about enough of you. You hit Emperor Norton, so I guess that's the guy who stole my train. Who stole the train? Oh god, there's a really loud plane outside. Say, well, you've kicked this whole Norton problem down the road a ways. I mean, down the train a ways. I mean, he ran a ways further down the roof of the train. Hooray! Oh good, somebody has built a rickety-ass bridge between these cars. This is very safe and not panic-inducing at all. It's a ladder leading into the train car below. Whoa, mind the gap. Let's see. I have 923 experience. I mean, I might as well just save up for a Shoot Nanny, because Shoot Nanny is really good. These guys are so preoccupied with the door to the rear of the car that they don't notice you prowling behind them. The one in the back has a shiny key attached to his belt. It must be the key to the dining car because it has dining car stamped into it in letters big enough to read from here. Grab the key. You creep up behind him and snatch the key. The burglar has become the burglee. Key to dining car key. It's the key to the door between the second class car and the dining car. Indeed. That's the only way through, so I mean, unlock it. Ooh, nice flowers. It's got one of those fancy silver dome things on it. Investigate. You've never wanted anything more in your life than you want to lift up this dome and see what's under it. But you're not sure you can muster the amount of culinary expertise it requires to properly reveal a dish of such presumed quality. Oh. Do I have a potion maybe? No, I can't. Oh, maybe I can. I have to have something. Hope hat, 2 Moxie only. Or I don't need Moxie, I need Mysticality. I really don't have anything that boosts Mysticality. That's kind of a bummer. No, wait, no. Yeah, wow, that's unfortunate. I don't even think I could, like, pick random items. Oh, +6 Mysticality. Then I only need 1 more. And I'm pretty sure I have something. Or I don't, that's fine too. There. The spittoon leaks all over the place. Do it. Et voila! Oh, it's just a cream pie. Shaving cream. What kind of lunatics are running the food service on this train? Shaving cream pie. This is no good to eat, but it's very aerodynamic. Yuck. Alright, I already forgot what hat I was wearing. Marmot skin cap. Then I was wearing the military school class ring. The table looks like it got jostled around in some kind of scuffle, but the flowers are still standing. This table didn't deserve flowers. The door between the dining car and the sleeper car is welded shut. Oh wait. There's Norton. You've got a clear shot at him from here if you want to throw that pie at him. People really shouldn't refer to themselves in the third person. Correct as grammar. Ha! You can't stop Emperor Norton. I'm gonna throw that pie. Take that. And curses. You just ran off. The ladder leading to the train car below. Who is this guy hanging out on top of a moving train with a knife? Maybe you better read that note on the wall first. Let's see, yeah. The note says, I've hidden the key to the forward passenger car in my luggage to make it easier for me to murder everyone in the sleeper car. Sincerely, the train murderer. P.S. Come to the roof of the sleeper car in the next 55 minutes if you want a murdering. Crazy. Oh, one of these sleeping compartments must belong to the murderer. Without knowing which piece of luggage the key is in, there's nothing you can do. The door to the passenger car is locked. Maybe it's the first one. You open the door to the first passenger compartment. The sole occupant is a little boy about 10 years old, wearing a blue suit and knickerbockers. Oh, hello, sir. Is something wrong? Nothing you need to worry about, kid. I'm on the trail of a bad guy. Do you mean the murderer, sir? I'm pretty sure there's one on this train, and they don't call me the world's greatest detective for nothing. What's your name, kid? I probably shouldn't say, sir. There might be a copyright thing. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure I can handle this. Just let me ask you one question, and then you should lock your door after I'm gone. I understand, sir. What would you like to know? Are you on the roof of the train? Excuse me? The murderer left a note saying he's on the roof of the train. Are you? No, sir. I'm in the passenger compartment. Right, good. That'll be all. You open the door to the second passenger compartment and look inside. There's a portly man in a dapper gray suit with a tiny, meticulously waxed mustache. I'd like to clarify, an enormous bushy one. Excuse-moi, is there some way I might be of assistance, monsieur? Sorry to bother you, but there's a murderer on the loose and I'm checking the passenger compartments. Sacre bleu! This is very serious, mon ami. Allow me to proffer to you the use of my little gray cells. I don't know what that means, but no thank you. Let me just ask you one question. Why, certainly. I am at your service. Are you on the roof of the train? The roof of the train, monsieur? Right now? That's right. No. I am here in conversation with you. Good, that's all. You open the door to the third passenger compartment and find nobody inside. Since the note from the murderer said he was going to be on the roof of the train, that means he couldn't be in his passenger compartment. And since there's no one inside this passenger compartment, whoever the compartment belongs to can only, by the process of elimination, be on the roof, which means the person who rented this compartment must be the murderer. Probably. The only clue you find in here is a luggage ticket, though. It has the number 3 on it. Huh. The only passenger in this compartment is a middle-aged woman who is writing something in a notebook. She looks up as you enter and greets you with a friendly northeastern accent. I don't know a northeastern accent. Why, hello. Is there something you need, dear? Sorry to bother you, ma'am. I don't want to alarm you, but there's a murderer on board the train and I'm investigating. A murderer on a train? My goodness. That would be a wonderful premise for my next novel. Sure, why not? Anyway, I just need to ask you one question. Go right ahead, dear. According to my evidence, the murderer is on the roof of the train. Are you on the roof of the train? No. No, dear. Alright, thanks for your time. Would you like a meat pie? They're homemade. No thanks. Just have a look at this playing card before you go. Goodbye. Passenger car key. The door to the passenger car is unlocked. Unlock it. Or it's locked. I just unlocked it. You finally make it to the passenger car, one car back from the locomotive, which may be confusing if you thought locomotive meant the entire train. So I could just say the engine, except that also refers to the engine itself. That is the actual steam engine that makes the train go, and not just the frontmost car of the train? Anyway, you're in the passenger car. Suddenly, Norton chambers in the window. He must have dramatically clung to the side of the train in order to reveal at the last minute that he hadn't actually been defeated. Dang it! He runs into the frontmost car of the train and locks the door. What a jerk. Maybe you could get some of the passengers to help break the door down and arrest him? Or maybe you just kick the door down and shoot him until he can't bother anybody anymore. Up to you. I'm gonna deal with that murderer. It's the train murderer, as advertised. Charge him. You put an end to the train murderer's reign of murder. You rifle through his pockets. They're empty except for his luggage tag. Turns out his tag number is 3. Hooray! Whoa, mind the gap. I probably have 1,000 now. No. Boop doop doop doo. Oh, this professional. This professional looking guy is frowning at a sheet of paper and occasionally scribbling on it with a pencil and then erasing what he just wrote. Talk to him. Excuse me, can you help me with something? Sorry, I'm busy. Ask my wife or my daughter. God knows she could do something to keep her occupied. What are you working on? It's quite academic. I'm sure you wouldn't understand. Try me. If you must know, I'm a scholar of foreign antiquities. I'm attempting to resolve this ancient conundrum from the Far East. He shows you a sheet of paper covered with little boxes, some of which have numbers in them. It's a Sudoku puzzle. Sudoku. Huh, okay, good luck. Alright, I gotta raise my mysticality again. Six mysticality. 6 mysticality. Try me. Solve it for him. That's a Sudoku. My little brother thinks they're for babies. What? Look, this box can't be a 3 or a 7 because you've got those there and there. So it has to be a 4, which means it's a 5 here and 9 here. And if that's a 9, then this can't be, so it's a 7, and this one's a 2. You quickly fill in the rest of the puzzle. Well, damn it. What fun is it if you just solve it for me? Sorry, will you help me break down the door to the engine and arrest the Emperor? Well, I guess I got nothing better to do now. Cool. Oh god, I keep forgetting Marmot skin. And I want my military school class ring back. This guy is totally pranticking, which is a word I just made up that means ranting in a frantic panic. Everyone else is ignoring him as hard as they can. Hey buddy, you okay? It's a lie! We're never gonna get to Frisco! Frisco probably doesn't even exist! They've been testing to see how long we can survive on complimentary peanuts and bottled water, and now they're driving us out into the desert to some kind of government camp. They're gonna use our organs to fuel alien flying machines. Snap them out of it. Percussive maintenance. Whap, whap, whap. Ah! Oh, sorry. Guess I lost it for a second there. Feel better? He rubs his jaw. Well, yes and no. Listen, we're gonna get to Frisco, but first we've got to bust into the locomotive up front and arrest a crazy guy. I need some volunteers. Okay, I'm in. If I have to sit here doing nothing for much longer, I'll probably flip out again. Cool. This woman is focusing on her knitting and ignoring the general commotion. She must have been knitting the whole trip because the scarf she made could accommodate a whole marching band. Excuse me, ma'am. Whatever it is, I want no part of it. I keep to myself, and I have no desire to get involved. Thank you very much. Come on, this is important. A crazy guy stole the train and I need help arresting him, or you'll never get to Frisco. I'm sure everything will sort itself out in the end, and in the meantime, I have plenty of wool. Lie to her. Lady, I don't think you understand the seriousness of this situation. If Norton gets away with this, his power in Frisco will be limitless. The city council won't be able to block his horrible new tax increases. Tax increases, for instance? Well, for start, he's demanding a 4,000% price hike on yarn. She gasps, outraged. That villain! We must subdue him immediately. Cool, I'll shout when I'm ready for you. This overweight man in a three-piece suit and bowler hat is probably a banker or something. His eyes are closed and his posture is relaxed, but the clench of his jaw betrays his aggravation. Hi, excuse me? Yes? What is it? Crazy jerk calling himself Emperor Norton has hijacked the train, and I need volunteers to help me bust down the door and arrest him. I see. And? Will you help me? No, I'd really rather not. Sounds quite strenuous, perhaps even dangerous. Come on, please? No, I don't think so. I'm quite comfortable here and prefer to avoid stress. Pretty please? Again, no, I'm supposed to avoid things that might raise my blood pressure. Pretty please with sugar on top? Sugar is one of those things. Pretty please with gravy on top? Gravy is another. Look, please just leave me alone. Please, 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 please. No. Please, 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 please. No. Please, 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 please. Stop that. Please, 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 please. I said no. Stop asking. You're really getting on my nerves. Please, please, please. I'll stop asking if you say yes. No, damn it. Please, 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 please. All right, God, fine. I'll help. Just leave me alone. Thanks. This lady is flipping through a book titled Birds of the Western Territory. Since most of the place is desert, it isn't a very long book. Excuse me, ma'am. Yes? A crazed psycho has taken over the train's engine car, and I need volunteers to help break down the door and arrest him. Oh my, I certainly couldn't be of any help with that. I'm very conflict averse. What if I told you he hates birds and is determined to outlaw them from the territory after he seizes power? That's very sly, but I know you're only saying that because you saw the book I was reading. Yeah, you got me there. Any other ideas to convince me? Suddenly you hear a tapping at the passenger car window. What the? Russell? You open the window and your pet crow Russell flaps in and perches on your shoulder. Hey buddy, good to see you. Caw! Oh my gosh, what a beautiful crow. And he knows you? Oh sure, me and Russell go way back. Right buddy? Caw! I rescued him from a cat when he was only just out of the nest, and I raised him as a pet. I set him free when I left home recently. What is he doing here? Has he been following you since then? No. He probably just happened to be flying by and spotted me on the roof of the train and recognized me. Crows are crazy smart like that. That's amazing! Oh, what I wouldn't give to have an avian friend like that. Well, I'm still gonna be doing a lot of traveling after this. I figure, so I can't really drag Russell along with me. But I bet Russell wouldn't mind being pals with a nice lady in Frisco who helped save the train. What do you think, Russ? Russell caws again and flaps over to perch next to the lady. He lightly pecks at her shoulder in a friendly manner. Gah! My goodness, how could I refuse? It's a pleasure to meet you, Russell. My name's Annabelle. Awesome, I'll let you know when we're ready. It's Russell. Annabelle and Russell seem to be getting along famously. The banker-looking guy's face is beet red and he looks furious with you. Hopefully he'll take some of that out on Norton. He's managing to stay calm for the time being, but he still seems pretty jittery. This woman just ignores you. The professor still looks a little annoyed at you, but he's ready to help deal with Norton. This woman seems aggrieved about being forced to help with Norton, but she'll get over it once the train finally gets to Frisco. This man is too busy ignoring his daughter to not ignore you. This little girl is peering out the window of the train, clearly bored out of her mind. Hi there. Busy? No, all my toys and friends are in our luggage and it's boring and I hate it. You want to help me out with something really important? Huh? Like what? Well, a bad guy took over the engine car and I need some people to help me break down the door and arrest him. Oh, mister, I'm just a little girl. Hey now, that's not a good attitude. Don't ever let anyone tell you that you can't do anything just because you're a girl. But, okay, yeah, we'll bust that crook's face in. Wow, that's the spirit. But you gotta pay me in advance. Jeez, you're learning a little too fast. Alright, what do you want? I like stuffed animals, but I love my big stuffed kitty. A big stuffed kitty? Wow, she's great! She takes the cat and gives it a big hug. Okay, mister, say the word and we'll show that jerk what for. Awesome. Aww. I already miss him. I think the lucky horseshoe is gonna be the best thing. It's the door to the locomotive. Confront Norton. You pound on the door to the locomotive, or engine car, or cab, or whatever. Open up, Norton. No! Alright, then I'm coming in. Oh yeah? You in what army, tough guy? You glance back at the passengers. Me and this army. You and the passengers break down the door very impressively, though it would have been even better if you had some torches and those old-fashioned rakes. Norton is backed up into the corner of the engineer's compartment, next to the engineer, who looks over his shoulder at you and shrugs. So-called Emperor Norton, you're under arrest for crime of being a total ass. That's not illegal. It is when I'm in town. Everybody grab him. Except you, Mr. Engineer. I can see you're busy driving the train. Right. Actually, if you could turn around and head back to Frisco at the next station, that'd be great. No problem. Ow! Let go! This isn't over! You haven't heard the last of me! Tell it to the judge, Norton. The prison judge. You did it. Thanks, boss. No problem. We got the track laid right up to the station now. The first ever cross-territory railroad. Thanks to you, the Manifest Destiny Railroad Company, and principally you. You did a really good job, Ricky Chavez. Aw, shucks, thanks. Don't mention it. I can't believe I just gave up my big stuffed kitty. Your partner. We made it. We got all the way west. We surely did. Thanks for having me along, Ricky. It's been good times, by and large. Aw, heck. Susie Cochran, are you fixing to split on me? Ha! Nah. I ain't got no particular pressing business. I'll stick around till you finish. Whatever it is you think you're doing. High five! Main quest. What do you think we should do next? Well, Ricky, I gotta say you did a heck of a job. Looks like you saved the day and everything. Shucks, I couldn't have done it without you, Susie. Come on, let's go check out the final cutscene. I'm sure there's a happy ending. I love a happy ending. Mosey. Where's the final cutscene? Is there a place called the final cutscene? Woo! This was a one-way train, so there's no sense in going in there now. Oh, looks like somebody on that train got a job as the projectionist. Would you like to watch this movie? It's free because movies have only recently been invented and nobody has figured out that they can charge for them yet. No, doing this will not change anything about the world or your character. When the cutscene is over, you'll still be right here and you can keep playing with it if you want. Not yet. Not yet. So I guess, wow, I'm finished with the game? Aww. Alright, well, I'm gonna keep playing. I'm gonna play for a while, actually. Yeah, probably. And then I'll whatchamacallit, watch the final cutscene and we'll call it a stream. Actually, I'll probably play another game after this. But you catch a glimpse of something colorful out of the corner of your eye and hop down to investigate it. Before you know it, you're mesmerized by a scintillating rainbow of shiny, multicolored scales. A moment later, you realize you've fallen for the oldest trick in the book. Specifically, the book about how Frisco Vipers trap their prey, because you're surrounded by Frisco Vipers. Fight them! Oh god, there's a lot. Buffalo Bill, won't you come out tonight? Shoot Nanny. Good job, Susie. You killed one. Oh, I'm gonna die. The last thing you see before you pass out is a rainbow-tinted pair of fangs darting at your throat. You gain an effect, Angry. Susie slings you across Roko's back and you continue down the trail. Alright, well at least I'm... Let's see. I don't know how much anger resistance I have. Because it looks like I still have all my buffs. Yeah, I definitely do, which is good. This dry washer is caked in dirt. Wash and dry it. You scrub the machine down. It doesn't look any better afterwards, but you do find some ore wedged in crannies here and there. There's a shiny thing in here. You got an item, strange silvery crystal. This crystal is silver in the sense that it's silver colored, but not silver in the sense that it's not made of silver. So dumb. Let's see. Oh, I lost what that thing said. This elevator has a lot of stuff wrong with it. Hit the problems. You hit the elevator in all the right places. Okay, write it down. I love the walking animations. Stupid walking has grown on me so much. This mine isn't great, but this cabinet is a big plus. You got nerve pills and blood building tonic. The switch has long since rusted away to uselessness. Woohoo! This switch has long since rusted away to uselessness. Not that it was all that useful before, given the track layout. Oh god, gonna have to fight these snakes to get through here. Whatever, I took one hit. I only took one hit, which is good. I can bad medicine this one, because I'm pretty sure I can kill this in one hit. No? Wow. It does have a lot of moxie. Then I'll use my last action point to heal. Never mind. No, never mind again. Double never mind. Do it. Susie lassos a coal snake. This is exactly what I needed. You definitely dispatched that trio of serpents. Hooray! Yeah. I've seen that dialogue a lot. This cart was abandoned in a hurry. Woo! This cart was abandoned also. This cart was also abandoned. Seems like a pretty pointless mine. Oh. Oh, what's up with these weird rock lines? Your El Vibrato transponder goes crazy when you get near these rocks. Dig in. Oh god, it insta-teleported me. There are a bunch of paper cards on this table. Grab them. It says Nakutsta Pacha Lapu facility. It's an El Vibrato container. There's a big cylinder on top of this rectangle. El Vibrato cylinder. this is a very heavy 2-foot long cylinder of Elverbot material. And I got more punch cards. The last custard stand. You're ambushed by a cow who is hiding behind a nearby billboard. Big billboard, big cow. You made hamburger of that cow. No, I mean like figuratively. Maybe I should have chosen a different idiom. I can see now how that might be confusing. Tainted beefsteak, putrid cow bile, infernal leather. This horrible cow skin still has some demonic sigils branded on it. You'd think the cows would have lost interest in branding once they were no longer domesticated. Maybe it's like an ironic thing. So stupid. Fine custard. Hi. Well, howdy. There. Welcome to the last custard stand. I'm Custard Man Stan, and I make custard like only Custard Man Stan can. Care to try some? Tell me about your custard stand, Custard Man Stan. Not much to tell, just a plain honest custard stand selling plain honest custard. But it's the last one? What, like the last one before you get to Frisco, or last one in the whole territory? Heck, the last one in the whole world so far as I know, but I can't swear to that. Are you sure it isn't the first? Yep, because the first one was also mine. It was further up north. Whole dang operation was ate by wasps, stand and all. Give me the sweet custards. Ooh, these are good. It's time to blow this custard stand. Ah. Too bad I can't eat them. Maybe someday. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Your transponder bleeps at you, which only means one thing: treasure or a fight. Oh, I guess that's really two things. Anyway, this time it turned out to be a fight. Specifically, a fight with a large robot. Well, assuming you decide to fight it. Approach it. Perfect. El Vibrato scraps, El Vibrato battery. Wasco's Comedy Shack? What's new, Susie? I don't know of any ranches out this way specifically, but if I had to guess, I'd say there's one out that way. You think it's worth following up on a guess like that? There's good land out that way, and there's plenty of folks looking to make a life for themselves. I can't imagine it's been left empty. Olive Guard Homestead. Alright, mosey. Funny, haha, yuck yuck, jokes, oh my. Howdy, 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 Wasco Shafter's the name and comedy's the game. Are you here for a real thigh-slapping good time? Alright, hit me. You hand over the meat and Wasco clears his throat. Okay, so a skeleton walks into a bar, and the bartender says, wait, it's a horse, not a skeleton, sorry. Anyway, after that, the bartender asks the horse, hey, why your face so long, buddy? Wasco takes a bow. Want to hear another one? No. Yes. Alright. Hey, welcome back. Ready for some grade A hilarious jokes? Alright, a guy walks into a bar, and the bartender says, sorry, we don't serve goblins here. Oh wait, I forgot to mention the guy was a goblin. Anyway, the end. Oh my god. Wasco takes a bow. Want to hear another one? Okay, here's a good one. Take my wife, please. Please? Oh, come on, Wasco. Wasco takes a bow. Want to hear another one? Anyway, I just flew in from Canada, which is weird, right? Because people can't fly, except for in balloons or gliders, I guess. We don't have actual airplanes for at least another couple of decades anyways. Wasco takes a bow. Want to hear another one? Wasco, you're real bad at this. What? No, I'm not. You're bad at the stuff you do. Dumb things, probably. Come on, let me tell you another one. Okay, so a guy walks into a bar and he asks for a beer and a mop. And the bartender says, "What's the mop for?" And the guy replies, "Because I'm a skeleton." Seriously? Wasco takes a bow. Boy, it was really cold out yesterday. You're supposed to ask me how cold it was. Oh my god. Wasco takes a bow. Want to hear another one? Alright, here's a classic. What walks on 4 legs in the morning and 2 legs in the afternoon and 3 at night? A man! But Wasco takes a bow. Want to hear another one? Seriously, you aren't good at comedy. Shut up! I'm great at jokes! No, you aren't. But what about my... Your timing is terrible. Timing! Alright, hit me. So my Uncle Alex thinks he's a chicken? And my wife suggested we should take him to see a psychiatrist. And I said maybe we should take him to a regular doctor? Because I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be possible for a regular human man to lay eggs. Seriously? I can't take this anymore. Your transponder beeps, indicating a spot to the west of where you're riding now. You spur Rocco in that direction and encounter a large hexagonal monolith of El Vibrato material. You discovered a new map location, Curious Flat Plain. Stop and investigate. I wanna check it out. I keep going, but I'm not animated for climbing. Oh, I missed what it said. This ladder is missing about 70% of its rungs, so dangerous. Call OSHA. This is sad. I've never even done this. I've never seen this part. Oof, this poor explorer didn't make it down the ladder in one piece. They had a bunch of El Vibrato stuff. This is definitely one of the largest hexagons you've ever seen. The monolith is dark. Oh, I can insert a battery? Oh, I just teleported. Oh, whoops. There's a piece here that's very obviously broken. Replace it. There we go. Primary Stockusum select. Oh god. No, I can't do this. That terminal's chaos. Alright, the monolith, insert battery. You insert the battery into the monolith and it springs to life. Everything goes blue for a second. You gain an effect energized. You're chock full of El Vibrato energy and you feel like you could take on the whole world. Partly because you're stronger and smarter and faster, but partly because you're also overconfident. It's not that big of a boost. I learned the words for equipment and refreshment. Oh yeah, those jokes were really bad. Those hurt. His timing, I kind of want to go back, but the last one was sad. The last one was pretty sad. Let's see. El Vibrato rod. This is a thin, foot-long rod of El Vibrato material. It's got a little label on the side that says decloaker. Something decloaker. Alright, let's see. Oh, okay, Olive Garden's homestead. A strange noise over the next hill makes you pause. It sounded kind of like a gunshot, but less bang and more pew. You creep up to the spot cautiously and find a goblin fiddling with a large pistol with magical sigils engraved all over it. The goblin seems to be adjusting one of the sigils with a small engraving chisel. Hello? What doing? To adjusting new pistol am making. Making yourself? Yes, pretty good if can self-saying. Talk to it. The gun is looking pretty good. Is a gun for buying? Yes, also for selling. 600 meats. Oh, I could haggle. Alright, haggle with them. Too much. I can give 400 meat? Not enough. 550. 450? Nope. 500 is all I have. Ugh, okay. Buy the pistol. The goblin engraves one more sigil on the gun before giving it to you, but you think maybe it's just their initials. You got an item, sigiled pistol and lost 500 meat. Let's see, this pistol is carved with magical glyphs, even on the inside of the barrel, which makes it really bad as an actual gun. That's not convenient because my gun's good. I guess I'll just keep using my befouled pistol. Let's see here. You probably shouldn't go tripsing through the women's garden without getting permission. Howdy, howdy stranger. Name's Ricky. Howdy Ricky, I'm Olive. Olive Garden. Nice garden you've got here, Olive. Why thanks. Looks delicious. Oh, I don't grow them to eat, I just grow them to grow them. In fact, if you've got the know-how, you're welcome to harvest anything you'd like. Thanks. Sure thing, hon. Why, I'm always happy to meet another cactus aficionado. Did you know there's more than 2,000 different breeds of cactus, all different shapes and sizes, and all different colors of flowers too? I'll be. If you know what sort of cactus to look for, they'll help you survive out in the desert for quite a while too. They collect and store a lot of drinkable water, and several varieties bear edible fruit. That's fascinating. And that's even before. Oh God, it's still going. And that's even before we get into their medical uses. Did you know if you sterilize cactus spines over hot coals, you can use them for sutures? Although, you have to be careful because there are a couple breeds whose spines are actually venomous. Well, I'll be darned. Did you know that saguaro cactuses? Those are the tall ones with arms that you probably picture when you think about cactuses. Generally live to be 160 or 170 years old, sometimes as old as 200. Heck, they aren't even considered adults until they're 125. Gosh, you'll probably think I'm silly, but I kind of think of these cactuses as pets. They're like my big green prickly children, though a lot easier to take care of, obviously. People probably think of me as that weird cactus lady that lives outside of town, but that doesn't matter to me so long as I've got my needle babies. You know, if you love cactuses so much, why don't you marry one? Ricky, you are definitely not the first person that suggested that, and I'll tell you what, I would absolutely positively marry a cactus if I could find one that wanted to marry me. I know exactly who wants to marry her. Gotta go all. It's Cactus Bill? I finally found a wife for Cactus Bill. He's gonna be so happy. Howdy, Bill. Howdy. Say, I don't reckon you found a cactus lady yet. I have found just the gal for you, Bill. Do you mean it, Ricky? Sure do. She's a cactus-loving lady named Olive Garden, and she's a real peach. You give Cactus Bill directions out to Olive's ranch, and he hitches a ride on the very next passing stagecoach. Godspeed, Cactus Bill. Godspeed. I gotta go back. I'm so happy Cactus Bill found a wife. You hear a loud hiss, except it actually sounds more like a brr, which is your first clue that you're being attacked by a cobra. It's extremely rare to find one so near the desert, considering its far northern habitat. Maybe that explains why it's so angry. A cobra. This is so stupid. I love this game. You gave that snake the cold shoulder, which is ironic because it doesn't have any arms. You try to skin the frozen snake, but it just shatters as soon as your knife touches it. Good. Great. I can level up Shoot Nanny now, too. And probably... I don't know. I don't know what else I want to level up. Deadeye would probably be smart. Maybe Potionology, because I'm probably going to die again soon. Yeah, that's probably good. Look how happy they are. Hey, Bill, I see you found the place. I found the love of my life, and it's all thanks to you, Ricky. Yes, thank you. It was love at first sight. We got married right away. Well, I'm just glad to have helped someone find happiness in this desolate wasteland. Good luck to both of you. We're still figuring out the whole hugging thing. I wonder if I could find some puncture-proof coveralls somewhere. Too bad I don't know how to forage anything still. Oh my god, there's so much. I could go to the silver plater and get a bunch of stuff silver plated because I think I have the best things I can get. I have no idea, to be completely honest, but we'll see. Howdy! The man grins, revealing a full set of silver-plated teeth. So you need something plated? What are my options? Oh, plate your hat. Wait, what's it do? It says people get more. This will enchant your hat to add 1 to your maximum action points. Sure. You hand him your hat, and after a time, he hands it back, shiny and gleaming. What else can you plate? He looks up at you. I can plate your melee weapon. I don't need that. Yeah, because I don't ever use my melee weapon. I just use my pistol. Oh, plate your pistol. Increase the damage of your equipped pistol by 3 or even more. Okay, yeah. What else can you plate? What are my options? I don't want my melee weapon. Don't think I can do much with what you've got on there. How about some of this other stuff? He looks through your pack and mouth. Nah, nothing I can plate. Well, maybe later. Okay, well, I guess that's all the plating I can do. There was some place that taught me the words for the El Vibrato technology. Curious Abandoned Well, that's what it was. You happen to cross an unexpected crate. By unexpected, I'm referring to its location, not its condition, which is nailed shut. I don't know what you expected to find in there, but here's what it was. Bar soap, ranch dressing, and a lasso. I hope that meets your crate expectations. Oh man, this game is still slaying me. This game is so funny to me. It's lifeless. That's right, I gotta take the 2 teleporters. Education something. Put in a small punch card. Power cache maintenance. Construction brooch pipeline. Secondary machine solar. I'm learning a lot of words. Just mash 1. Planetary and sedative extraterrestrial terminal. Fabrication, military, beacon, antipsychotic, sustenance, chrono key drone. So what is this thing? It's an education terminal. Oh, single button on top of this. The voice says Hatata. I have no idea what that means still, apparently. Stasta. Nichabu. I don't know any of these words. Damn it. No help. Actually, I could just map out of here. I think I'm gonna go to the abandoned mine and just wander. Let's see. You catch a glimpse of something colorful out of the corner of your eye and hop down to investigate it. Before you know it, you're mesmerized by a scintillating rainbow of shiny, multicolored scales. A moment later, you realize you've fallen for the oldest trick in the book. Specifically, the book about how Frisco Vipers trap their prey because you're surrounded by Frisco Vipers. Whew. There's a lot. Okay, so I'm definitely doing this. A strong medicine. There's a lot of them. I have 6 AP, so I can do this 3 times. Maybe, I don't know. I might save it to heal. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna go for it. These things killed me last time I fought them. That's not good at all. Oh, okay. They didn't kill me. I might be able to take them out. Ooh. No! The last thing you see before you pass out is a rainbow-tinted pair of fangs darting at your throat. Susie ties you into your saddle so you can make it the rest of the way to where you're headed. Oh, I guess I didn't pass out. So when you lose a fight, you gain this angry effect, right? Oh god, that's right, I opened my third eye. So where is it? See, I have 4 angries, and if it gets higher than 4, I just pass out. So I can't let that happen. I might just upgrade some muscle. I need more muscle because I'm taking so much damage from it. And I can't use any items to buff myself. Oh wait, I just came here to wander. Fort unnecessary. Perfect. You see a familiar outline of an army fort and zag Roko toward it to investigate. The sign says fort unnecessary. Check it out. It's in the complete opposite direction. That was weird. Alright, let's see. The flag is flying at half flag. Somebody arranged these cannons haphazardly and then left them out in the rain. A harried-looking young woman in a military outfit darts in front of the door as you enter. Oh no! I can't be having any more misfits in this jerk ward. You can either swear to me that you're halfway competent, heck, even a quarter, and that you'll help sort out this crew of no-hopers, or you can turn right back around and march double time. Sure, I'll help. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that promise. Come on in. I'm Captain Harriet Davenport. My name's Ricky Chavez. What's the problem, Cap? Problems. Welcome to Camp Fubar, where all the Army's idiots and rejects are sent so they're out of the way. I have had it up to my eyeballs trying to run this place. Please help these morons figure out their malfunctions so they can muster out of here and leave me in peace. Can you give me some details? You'll need to talk to them individually before more information, but the brief is we've got a scout who's blind as a bat, a cook who can't figure out how to make corned beef hash on toast, a guy who can't load and fire a cannon without blowing it up or maybe shooting it backwards, a guy who somehow, and I can't for the life of me figure it out, is too bow-legged to ride a horse, and a kid who is sent here just because he can't figure out how to tie a bow tie. Oh, and just to put the icing on the cake, we have infinite goblins living in our storage shed. Wow. Okay, I begin to see the scope of your complaint. Pal, you are not just whistling Dixie. So what did you do to get sent here? You can hear her teeth grinding as she growls at you. Do not ask. Okay, well, I'll just look around then. The guy squints real hard at you as you approach. Howdy. Howdy. Do I know you? Your fuzzy silhouette don't seem familiar. Nope, I'm just passing through. What do you do here? Well, I'm supposed to be a scout, but I went and broke my pair of glasses. Without them, I can't see a dang thing. I could try to get you a new pair. I'd be much obliged. I hear tell there's a jeweler not too far from here. He could probably grind me a pair of lenses. Just tell him to make them thick as a Dickens. I'll see what I can do. I am gonna go buy binoculars. I think from Dirtwater. Bum 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 bum. Oh, the Dirtwater Mercantile. Nope. Boom 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 boom. Yeah. Hot dog. Fine leather goods, liquid brewing company. I don't need any of that. It must be Redwood then. No, maybe I can't. Maybe I just can't buy more binoculars. Cause I remember I bought a pair of binoculars and then I used them and then I broke them. Or no, I don't even think I broke them. I think I just threw them away. You ride past a woman who is running along the desert trail on foot, and although I say running, it's a slow run with an odd loping gait. She's dressed oddly too, no hat, just a thin strip of fabric tied across her forehead, light clothing, and strange soft-looking boots that barely even come up to her ankles. Everything alright? Are you running away from something? Something pretty slow? Like maybe a desert tortoise or... No, I'm jogging. What? Jogging. I invented it. It's like slow running. Where I'm from, we just walk. It's better exercise if you go faster. Not fast enough to actually get away from anything though. but full out running wears you out. That isn't as healthy. It's healthier than being eaten by a bear. Look, I'm not being chased by bears. I've never been chased by a bear. Yeah, that's obvious. You're alive and not mangled lumps. This is about physical fitness. Bears aren't an issue. Okay, you're right. Thank you. There aren't many bears out here in the desert. A pack of coyotes, though. You'd be in real trouble. This is a very frustrating conversation. They'd tear you to shreds even without those goofy looking shoes. Hey, I designed these myself. They are not goofy. Alright, they're pretty goofy. Urgh. I mean, what good are they if you can't even run properly in them? What? They don't prevent, and they certainly aren't going to protect your ankles from coyote bites. They'll be perfectly good for kicking your ass. Gosh, all this exercise has made you kind of belligerent. Get down off that horse. How about we see if you can catch me? You right away. The jogger runs after you for a bit, yelling, but as predicted, she can't catch you. Gotta be the shoes. Yup. always bully joggers. The scout. Okay, not yet. Sorry. Whoop. You climb up into the watchtower and take a look around. Nice view from up here. Climb down. Administration. That guy's really upset. There's a nameplate on the desk that says General What's His Name. Investigate. Ooh. The desk is basically empty, but you do find an old medal discarded in one of the drawers. Medal of Adequacy. This medal was awarded to General Francois What's His Name for his wholly undistinguished service. This item goes on your lapel. Fine bandolier. Yeah. Buffalo bandolier. 7 pistol damage or 7 of everything. Hi. Howdy. Hi. What's wrong? Aw, gee willikers. I had a better job as the general's personal assistant, but I got fired and reassigned here. What happened? Everything was great at first. I'm pretty good at scheduling and I can write shorthand, and I'm an A+ boot polisher, but then the general went and decided he'd look more serious and sophisticated with a bow tie, and he expected me to do the tying for him. No good? Nope. I can do a sheep shank and a bowline and a clover hitch, but for the life of me I can't get a bow tie to look right. The general sent me out here with one to practice on, and I said not to come back till I'd got it. Help him out. Okay, here, grab the 2 ends like this, right? You want this side a little shorter, and that end crosses over top and then under and up, while the other side does a sort of zigzag. See? Then you bring the upper bit straight down and back around, and it folds under here, and then you pull them tight. Got it? I think so. Let me try it. Let him try it. The two of you go back and forth a few times until he finally gets it right without poking himself in the eye. I think I've got it. Thanks a lot. Wait till I show the general. He runs out of the building waving the bow tie in the air. Good luck. You shoot yourself a wink? It would be too cruel to loot these people's supplies. You shouldn't take their food. They'd probably never be able to get any more. Howdy, Private. Cooker. How appropriate. Well, it would be if I knew how to cook, like even a little bit. What seems to be the trouble? We've only got 2 ingredients here, and I cannot for the life of me figure out how to combine them. What are the ingredients? Corned beef hash and toast. Try to help him with a metaphor? What if you thought of the toast as a roadmap? He nods, seeming to understand where you're going with this. And think of the corned beef as your head. So I should put the corned beef hash under, no, next to. No, I'm sorry, I don't get it. Can we try again? What if you thought of the toast as a shoe and think of the corned beef as a hole in the ground? Okay, what if you think of it as a shingle and the corned beef is a shinola? This is hard. Okay, it's your elbow and a hole in the ground. Oh, nope, he's not getting it. A road map and a hole in the ground. A road map and a corncob pipe? Oh, this is hard. Like a shingle, like a thing that like hangs from your window? Is that what it means by a shingle? Shinola. Shingle in your head. Shingle and a hole in the ground. Okay, well, so it's not a shingle. A road map and a corncob pipe. A road map and a shinola. Ugh. A road map and a hole in the ground. A shoe and a corncob pipe. A shoe and a shinola. Of course, I put the corned beef on the toast, just like a shinola on a shoe. I get it now. Thank you. I don't know what a shinola is. This horse has 4 left legs. Who's left? I know who's left. 10-4. I'll take care of it. A sign on the front says, important gun storage, no goblins. You open the door and crack and take a peek. Naturally, the shed is crammed full of goblins to the ceiling. They're barely recognizable as individual goblins. You try and talk to them, but they're just babbling insanely. Yank a few out of there. Fight, fight, fight! A goblin conjurer. He conjures guns? To reduce the magnitude of Fort Unnecessary's goblin problem by an amount. That's helpful. Goblin trash sack and goblin coffee. Oh, it's not that good. What the fuck? Why is he holding a gun backwards? A gun-wielding goblin grunt. Huh. A goblin gunslinger. I have to shoot. Okay, I'm just gonna shoot Nanny. You reduce the a goblin stew. Increases your muscle by 10, but reduces everything else by 5. Not worth. Can I take? I don't want to risk it. Let's see. Howdy, what's the haps? Howdy, what's the haps? I'm not supposed to be a cannoneer, but I'm supposed to be a cannoneer, but I'm terrible at loading cannons. They always explode, except not the way they're supposed to explode, or else they don't explode at all. Huh. The only time I ever got one to fire right, the cannonball knocked my sergeant's hat off and he was standing behind me. I still can't figure out how that happened. So they assigned me to this loser squad and said I can't report back to proper duty until I figured out how to load a cannon right. Give him the book. Cannon loading for idiots. Oh, here, maybe this will help. Oh, huh. Well, let's see. He flips through the pages which have big numbered diagrams. Oh, you stick the back out before you put the cannonball in? You take the stick back out before you put the cannonball in? Well, that certainly sounds easier. Let him figure it out. He carefully follows along the directions in the book and successfully fires a cannonball over the wall of the fort. I did it! Wow! Thanks a lot. I'm gonna go get my new assignment right away. Cool. Good luck. Oh my god. Only one cannon is intact. Howdy. Howdy. They call me Private Bowlegs. I can see why. You seem uncomfortable. You ain't kidding. Look at my legs. They're bent so far out I can't hardly touch both my knees at once. Walking hurts like a dickens. The captain said it keeps you from riding a horse? Yep. They're too wide. Horse slips right out between them. Right out between them. Huh. I think I could ride a mule though. What with them being a tad lower to the ground. Where would you get a mule? Bend his legs back? There's a place up north that rents them out, but I can't get out there myself, so I need someone to go set up the contract on my behalf and have them send me one. Alright, I'll check it out. Oh, that I'm gonna try to do that. Let's see. Minus, okay, fake pulp hat, no. I gotta find something that raises my muscle. Okay, raised by 4. I need 8 more. Whew. Moxie, not muscle. There. You don't need a mule. This is fixable. Hold still a minute. Huh? Well, okay. With some grunts from you and some cries of pain from him, you normalize his legs. Wow, great jumping Jiminy, man! Oh, don't be a baby. Look, they're much straighter now. I guess I can't deny that. He winces as he mounts the nearby horse and rides out of the camp. Hooray! I'm getting out of this stupid hat. And back into my cool hat. Oh god, I don't remember what I was using. It raised my Moxie though. This is +3 Moxie. That's what it was, artillery saber. Yep. And then there we go. Yep, everything's all good again. Woohoo! Jeweler's cabin. I can't believe I just bent his legs back. That's horrible. A goblin suddenly runs up with an armload of driftwood and dumps it out in front of you. Hello, look, sculptures I am making. You are buying an art, yes? Well, buying an art or killing. Wow, geez, that's a little over the top. Buying art now. Okay. How much wanting for one of these art? 300 meat. Haggle with them. $300 meats is a crazy price. I haggling. 250 meats are killing. I buy a driftwood hat, weapon. I don't know. I feel like the weapon's not gonna be a gun, so the hat. It sucks. You give the goblin 250 meat and pick up a piece of driftwood with a chin strap on it. Driftwood sculpture. This is a sculpture of a hat, or maybe a little turtle. Either way, it symbolizes the eternal struggle to not get hurt by a falling coconut. Well, okay. This game is too real. Yeah, no, I need that hat. This hat. It's really good. Oh, hello, customer. Why, hello, welcome to Master Gerald's jewelry shop. Howdy, are you Master Gerald? Oh no, Master Gerald is back there at his workbench. I'm just his assistant and translator. A goblin jewelsmith? You betting your britches, sonny, and not forgetting it. He says that's right, the finest jeweler in the territory. Well, what do you know, I don't see anything on display though. Master Gerald only does bespoke work. If you bring in a sufficiently valuable gemstone, he'll craft it into a fine ring for you for free. No trash rocks. I need a pair of eyeglasses for a nearly blind watchtower lookout. Can you guys make them for me? The clerk translates the question for Master Gerald, who thinks about it and then nods. Having some old soda bottles for grinding down should working fine. He says yes. We have some glass of the finest optical quality. Is 500 meat acceptable? Sure. The clerk invites you to have a seat in their living area while Master Gerald gets to work cutting and grinding some glass into lenses and setting them into wireframes. You flip through a goblin magazine while you mate. Wait, the lead article seems to be about social interaction with humans and the value of occasionally pretending to be dumber than you actually are. Okay, Close enough for government working. Master Gerald has completed your spectacle with the utmost degree of craftsmanship. Here you are. The lenses in these spectacles are so thick you reckon they'd let a feller see behind himself. You lose 500 meat. Thanks. This one again. Welcome back. Have you brought any gemstones that you would like Master Gerald to craft in the rings for you? Have a look. Master Gerald takes a look at your rocks you have with you. Your strange silvery crystal. Ugh. Master Gerald takes your strange silvery crystal, cuts and polishes it, and sets it in a fine ring for you. Bah! All of trash and garbage being. Master Gerald apologizes, but there's nothing here he can work with. Oh well, thanks anyways. What is all this? This appears to be their dining table, but they've left out a stack of magazines for customers. They look at while they're waiting. They're all in Goblin though. Most of them are Goblin celebrity gossip, and the crossword puzzles have already been filled in. This is the Goblin's bed? Maybe? Your eyebrows are getting kinda wild. Pluck them. That's better. This must be the assistant's toilet. It doesn't have enough rusty scrap metal bolted onto it to be a Goblin toilet. Flush it. Take that, toilet. Bam bam. Bam bam. 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 Alright, back to Fort Unnecessary. You find some wooden cross struck in the ground with the words "Some Jerk" carved in them. I guess it's a grave? Oh yeah, it's definitely a grave. Check out this grave stuff. Handful of loose teeth, skeleton bone, and an old engagement ring. Yay, free grave stuff. The scout squints real hard. Howdy, have we met? I can't see a dang. I don't see a dang thing without my glasses. Yeah, I'm the one who went to find you a new pair. Alright, any luck with that? Here, try these on. Well, I'll be. He takes the glasses and puts them on, then looks around blinking. Well, I'll be. Never realized what a dump this place is. He climbs up to the top of the watchtower and peers out over the countryside. It worked! I can see a dang thing! Hooray! Great job! That's everyone dealt with and out of here. And that means I'm finally out of this hellhole too. If we ever cross paths again, I really owe you one. Captain Davenport frisbees her clipboard, snaps you a salute, and marches out of the fort. All in a day's work. Pew! So I want a bad medicine, the gunslinger. Then I'm gonna drink that good. And then I'm gonna shoot Nanny it up. That was unfortunate. Susie always looks so sad. This sucks. Oh, I can just lasso. Do it. Got goblin coffee. I guess I'll head to the Alamo, rent a mule. Ugh. Your El Vibrato transponder leads you toward a darkened grove of trees. You steer Rocco in to investigate, and you discover that the reason the grove is dark is because there's one of those El Vibrato monoliths inside it, and the monolith is dark because it's not turned on. That makes sense, right? Leave it be. Alamo, rent a mule. You got a needle and another. This year's model. Looks like this is where you go to rent a mule, just judging from the sign, you know. Howdy, welcome to Alamo Rent a Mule. How can I help you? I'd like to rent a mule. Excuse me, but didn't you ride up here on a horse? Yes. So what do you need a mule for? I guess you have a point. Please remember us in the future if your horse breaks down, though. Sure. Oh great, another customer. As if I didn't have enough to deal with already. What with the paperwork and the heat and the mule bites, and someone keeps stealing my lunch out of the employee icebox, and my trick Knuckles is acting up again? Gosh, sure would be nice to get a little peace and quiet, but nope. I gotta stand here at this counter all day, and the hardwood floor isn't helping my sciatica. Let me tell you, don't even get me started on what they pay us around here. The mules eat better than I do. And if all that wasn't bad enough, I went and dropped my daughter's birthday present down a stupid hole in a stupid mine. Will anyone go and get it for me? Haha, yeah, right. You want me to go get it? What, really? Did a miracle just occur? I can barely believe it. Where did you lose it? No, not far from here. A place called Deepest Delve Mine. I was looking to scavenge some free string to tie up the package with, and I dropped it. And of course, because it's a bracelet, it's round, so of course it rolls into a hole under some kind of stupid machine. Okay, I'll check it out. That is a complaints department. That's a good complaints department. It lists a bunch of features you can pay extra for when renting a mule, such as extra cargo space. What else? Leather floor mats, self-kicking tires, extra cargo space, two-way sneeze-through wind vents, getting kicked insurance, deluxe eyeball wipers. Oh god, that sounds horrible. Time to go to Deepest Delve Mine. Oh, moonshine still. Your booze sense tingles. You spur Roko towards the source of the disturbance in the liquisphere and find a little still hidden in the plains. I'll check it out in a bit. Coal Smasher 5000. This weird shaft thing goes down further than you can see. This is a really long path. This is the end of it though. Was Susie freaking out over there? I don't think she was. Nope. This shaft is collapsed, but there's a rope leading down through the rubble. A floor to ceiling shaft. This elevator has a lot of stuff wrong with it. Bing, bam, boom! You hit the elevator in all the right places. It starts up like it's surprised. I'll stay on level 1. An impassable cave-in. Don't even try to pass it, because you can't. I can go to the other side, though. Oh boy, a toolbox. Huh, all I had in it was a gas cap. It's like the cap for a bottle of pills, but it smells like kerosene. It's probably the cap for a bottle of kerosene-soaked pills. That makes sense. An impassable cave-in. I don't even know what there's no way that's the thing. The thing I need to find is probably at the very bottom. But I'll go to level 2 first. I'll just make my way down. Just a bunch of worthless leftovers. It's a nice cupboard, but it's bare. It's the cultists. Nasty trash and hundreds of empty sarsaparilla bottles. Nothing of interest. This thing goes a long way down. These cultists are really going to town with their whispering and tracing of spirals in the air and generally being really creepy cult weirdos. They seem too preoccupied with their spooky nonsense to notice you. Unfortunately, they're blocking your path. Wade in and fight them. I'll just start with a shoot nanny. And pray. Hey! If I lasso this guy, he's just done. He can't do anything. You dispatched all 4 of the cultists in record time. Let's see, tentacled badge, stock certificate, sarsaparilla. You're never sure how to spell this, and you still aren't. Saparilla? Saparilla. This is a certificate entitling the bearer to 11 shares of Acme Dynamo Inc., a company based in Philadelphia. This is a little pewter badge shaped like an octopus, I guess. You've never seen an octopus with more than 2 eyes, though. I mean, you only have 2. This item goes on your lapel. Hooray! Looking at this spiral makes you feel queasy. You want to stop looking at this spiral. It's a big cross made of El Vibrato stuff. Its precise lines and corners stand in marked contrast to the altar, which makes your eyes spin involuntarily when you look at it. This cross-shaped piece of El Vibrato technology is positively thrumming with plot significance. The posts on this altar seem straight enough when you look right at them, but in your peripheral vision they writhe nauseatingly. Time to go to Moonshine Still. You are approached by the shambling skeleton of a man with a lumber axe and a big bushy beard. So it's either the skeleton of a lumberjack or the skeleton of one of those Johnny-come-lately axe and beard fans. He's not then. You chop that skeleton down like dead wood. Well, exactly like that, pretty much. There's a jar of moonshine under the spout. You got an item, jar of moonshine. It's a still for turning moon into moonshine. Ooh, that's really good. Made from real moon. Bow, 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 bow. I should probably go to the professor. Wherever he is. Here he is. The professor is examining something with intense concentration. Oh. Doesn't look like this guy sleeps very much. Oh, I can make vibrato keystones? That's good to know. I'm gonna go... there's so many places with vibrato though, I don't even remember which ones they are. Probably the Humming Cave. Opens El Vibrato locks. Whoa, it's an El Vibrato container. Unlock. Hey, El Vibrato scraps and El Vibrato punch card. It looks dangerous. Monolith is dark. You might be able to push this over. Try it. Heave ho! There's no reason to push that over. Lazy a Dude Ranch. Curious Copes, maybe? Or not. There doesn't seem to be anything here. Very curious. There we go. It's a big one. All this stuff is off. You know, I could probably get the postal way station and trespass. A big map of the whole region with lots of confusing little annotations on it. Let's see, use the cheat sheet to find the route map that leads to Breadwood. Follow the map. You follow the map, and along the route to Breadwood, you find a suspicious looking house, Chuck's house. Something about this house makes you suspicious. You can't quite put your finger on it. The place looks perfectly normal after all, but you can't shake the feeling that there's something very wrong going on here. Maybe you're just being paranoid. Probably just one of those bird fingers where you hang up a ball of sweat and seeds and stuff. Except the birds ate it all, so it's just the, you know, the rope. Yeah, that's it. That's definitely all it is. It's unmarked. There's no name on it or anything. You approach the door hesitantly. You could be getting yourself into a real bad situation. Knock. You knock on the door. A voice inside calls out, "Come in, it's open. It's always open. It's always open." The door creaks open and you step inside the house. The interior is an absolute nightmare. The walls are covered with rusty chains and hooks, as well as the variety of wicked-looking knives and shears. A man of indeterminate age and slightly hunched posture grins widely as you enter, his eyes gleaming. He's standing near a large puddle of blood on the floor. Hello, my name is Chuck. Welcome to my little blood and breakfast. Your what? Blood and breakfast? Oh, sorry, I have a lisp. I have a lisp. A lisp? Yes, it makes lewd sound like lewd. What? A bed and breakfast. I see. People also tell me I emphasize words oddly, but I don't get that at all. There's a lot of blood on the floor here. Ask Chuck about it. I can't help but notice you have a giant pool of blood on your floor. But blood? No, no, no. I can see why you might think that, as this certainly, as this is certainly lewd like blood, but this is tomato soup. Tomato soup? Yes, I spilled my lunch. Very clumsy of me. I was just getting started cleaning it up when you arrived. I see. There's a kettle on the stove and it's still hot. A little pantry shelf with various tins and jars on it. There's nothing very unusual, but you do notice 2 jars of tea leaves labeled Sleep Time and Earl Grape. Sorry, that's private. That's my bedroom. Blood room. Your what? My blood room. My bedroom. Alright, gotcha. Never mind then. This is a large connection of steel chains and hooks, as well as knives, shears, and other bladed implements. Everything is covered with rust, or possibly dried blood, or possibly both. Aha! You've noticed my collection? Yeah, it's, dramatic. It all belonged to my father and his father before him. They were butchers. And you? Haha, I do a little bit, but not professionally. I broke with family tradition to run my little blood and breakfast. Chuck is staring at him. You notice that his left eye has a tendency to drift sideways as he stares and then reset when he blinks, which is not often enough. Excuse me. Yes, how can I help you? You said you were running a bed and breakfast here? That's what I slewed, yes. Could I look at the guest room? It's in the cellar, but I'm afraid it's unavailable at the moment. My last guest has only just checked out, and I still need to clean up the mess. Oh, what's on the menu? Homemade sausages and tomato soup. I also have a special tea blend that's a real knockout. What kind of sausages? Long pork sausages, my grandfather's own recipe. Did you just say long pork? That's right, I make them longer than regular pork sausages. They're more filling that way. This is puzzling and uncomfortable for many different reasons. You mentioned a special tea blend? Yes, a special herbal blend that puts my guests right to sleep. It's very effective. Huh. Has a mailman been by recently? Oh, why yes. My last guest was a mailman. Such a nice fellow. It's a shame he's no longer with us. I hope you just mean that he left. I like to think he'll always be here in spirit. Thanks. Thanks. A cellar door. Man, I bet it's all kinds of horror down there, like some kind of medieval torture dungeon. It's locked, but is it locked to keep you out or keep something in? Whoa, it's a plot lock. Those things are unpickable. Could I have a look at the guest room? Thanks. Alright, fine, 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 fine. I don't know what to do then. I don't think there's anything I can really do here. Something ain't right here. It's too quiet. It is pretty creepy. Feels like someone's watching us. I can feel the hairs on my neck standing up. I ain't scared or nothing, but why are we doing this again? Ugh. Susie says you should try to help the mayor of Breadwood get that logging permit from the Ghostwood bureaucrats. Ask for another. Susie reminds you that you're in the middle of investigating a missing shipment of mail to Breadwood. Susie reminds you that the professor suggested you check out the lost Dutch oven mine for more traces of El Vibrato. Promise the guy and yeah. Thanks for the reminder. That's right, I don't think I ever finished the deepest delve mine area. Lost Dutch oven mine. Let's see. Oh. A shot rings out and something buzzes past your ear. You quickly dive behind a rock just in case these two things are connected and not just to say someone hunting nearby and also there's a bee. Peering carefully around your rock, you eventually spot movement in the underbrush. It's a hunter with an old-fashioned matchlock rifle and a cloak with leaves stuck to it, which is less effective as camouflage than it sounds, because all the trees around here are pine trees. You also notice that he's been out here a very long time, which you can infer from the way he is literally a skeleton. Distract him and escape. You pick up a small rock, aim your throw very carefully, and pitch it at a boulder nearby. It hits the target and ricochets perfectly, knocking a squirrel off a tree branch above the hunter's head. The resulting ruckus would doubtless be really entertaining and comical to watch, but you decide to take advantage of your carefully engineered distraction and ride away instead. Okay. Oh, stinky fissures. Wait, yeah. There we go. And then I could re-equip this. Oh, there we go. Pop, 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 pop. I love the walks, they're so good. There's a trapezoidal piece missing from this weird crossbar thing. You insert the keystone and something happens and now it works again. You bend over to examine the device and accidentally stub your toe on it. It hurts, but the box moves. It must be lighter than it looks. Take it. You grab the device. The professor will want to see this. El Vibrato device. Yep. North Pacha Positronic Zevisum Cholacho facility. Huh? What's this thing? Ah, no! You've learned the El Vibrato word for toilet. El Vibrato loop. It's a large loop of that weird El Vibrato material. It's slightly bigger around than your head. Can I wear it or something? Yeah, try it on. As you place the ring on your head, two things happen. One is that it begins humming and shimmering in the weird way El Vibrato things shimmer. And the other is that you suddenly feel as if you've put earplugs in your brain. Your thoughts get weirdly quiet. Weird. I'll say it's weird and not entirely pleasant. You take off the headband. Okay. This headband contains some sort of ancient machinery that prevents psychic waves from passing through it. This headband is thinner than most El Vibrato stuff. You could probably break it into scrap pretty easily. Don't break it. Oh, because I can't even wear it. No, I can. It looks funny too. No, I need to keep my Marbit skin cap. The monolith is dark. The machine is dark. Seems like there might be a doorway, but there's no keyhole or handles or anything. The strange device has 3 buttons on top of it. Those things aren't friendly. This strange device has 3 buttons on top of it. All 3 of them are sunk into the device though and unpushable. Those things aren't friendly. Neither am I. Pew! 5 of these things? They're pretty weak though. Whew. Good stuff. I got good stuff from that. I'm gonna fight all 5 of those again. They're a little stronger this time. That's not good. Drink some medicine first. Alright, cool. I can at least... I only have to take damage from 1. Oh, he didn't even deal damage. Alright. That's enough of that for now. Back to the professor's place. You round a corner in a box canyon and find yourself face to face with a pyrobove. You're boxed in. Good thing he's gonna die in 1 hit. Bam! That's 1 less pyrobove terrorizing the countryside. The professor is examining something with intense concentration. Show him the strange advice. Hey professor, I found a thing. Great, let's see. Aha! Aha! A marvelous find! This device makes batteries, or will once I fixed it. Batteries? Yep, the L Vibratones powered their portable equipment with little electric marbles, like the one I put in your transponder. I'm sure I don't have to tell you a regular source of those will be incredibly useful. Awesome. Oh, it's costs a lot of scrap. It's the battery machine you recovered. El Vibrato battery. The professor is examining something. Okay, he just kind of lets me loose now. I'm gonna go back to the Curious Abandoned Well since I have some punch cards. You notice an old crate off the side of the trail. It looks like it's been there for a while since weeds and or cactuses have grown up around it, depending on where you got this random event. You brush the weeds / cactuses out of the way and help yourself to the randomly generated contents. Dynamite and can of kerosene. It's lifeless. Oh, Tata. So you look at the buttons. The terminal emits a harsh buzz. The 7 buttons disappear and the original 1 button appears again. Sta. Anan. And because. Anan. Alright. West, south. Kuzpa Hapa. I don't know what that means. Learn 60. Kuspa Hapa. Learn 69 El Vibrato words. You insert the card into the slot and learn Bracelet and Nuisance. Auditory Adjustment. Decrease Central Local. Organic Source. Emergency Initialized Resonator. Reactor Corruption. Ganila. Ambikus. Nichabu. Okay, this sucks. I'm still too stupid to know any of these words. Deepest Delph Mine. Oh, Curious False Mountain. Your transponder beeps, indicating a spot to the east of where you're riding now. You nudge Roko in that direction, following the signal until you encounter a cavernous opening in the foothills. Curious False Mountain. Stop to investigate. Nothing over here. You could probably plug up all those holes if you were strong enough. The snakes in that stack of rocks are not going to let you through here. The heck they are. The heck they aren't. I mean, I could just level up this twice, and now I can push this over. But I kind of want to fight the snakes. Let's see, let's see. I need to level something. I need to level up stuff first. I might do 2 strong medicines. Maybe Deadeye, just to increase damage. Deadeye ready. Trying to oh, darn it. Actually, I can bad medicine this one. Because he has a lot of moxie. For whatever reason. All these guys have a lot of moxie. Use strong medicine, and I'm gonna shoot Nanny and pray. And kill it. Alright, only 36 damage, that's really good. No, wait, he just pours it on himself? Oh wait, I could have crippled that one. Dead. 3 snake spleens and a snake liver. You put those snakes in the only safe place a snake can be, a snake grave. There's something strange about these rocks. Investigate. Some of these rocks aren't real. They vanish as soon as you look at them closely. This thing has a job to do, and it isn't going to take any of your guff. Put that guff right back in the bag and make sure you use a twist tie so it doesn't get stale. I can just banish it, but I'm gonna back off. What's maintenance teleport? Heavy trigger, unlimited bones. Master of flushing. Is it an item? Banish it. Oh! Okay. This is definitely one of the largest hexagons you've ever seen. I should have fought it. There's a cylindrical piece here that's very obviously broken. Replace it. You pop out the broken cylinder and replace it with the one you found. The machine whirs to life with a riot of blue lights and weird noises. Primary terminal. Select secondary terminal. Chrono key terminal. Time squeezer. Leave the terminal. The monolith is dark. Insert the battery. You insert the battery into the monolith and it springs to life. Everything goes blue for a second. Another energized? Yeah, I have 2 energized now. Local power terminal. Current local power destination. Planetary garbage disposal system. Primary terminal. Local power terminal. Select local power destination. Military coffee maker. Local power terminal. Oh wait, okay. Roberto containment. Okay, yeah, I guess I'll leave it on Roberto containment, whatever the fuck that is. Or I can set it to Chrono Key Fabrication Facility. So like, okay, primary terminal, time squeezer terminal, increase time squeezer panel, power. Time squeezer online. Primary terminal, chrono key terminal. Initialize chrono key fabrication. Key-shaped El Vibrato device. The terminal makes a type of sound you've never heard before, and your bag gets slightly heavier. You investigate and find a... Oh yeah, it's just that weird El Vibrato thing you found in the woods when you were 6. That thing has been there the whole time. Yeah, the whole time. Wait, what is it on right now? Local power terminal. Oh, okay, because I already made the key. So I guess I could just military coffee maker system? I don't know. I'll just do Roberto containment. It's a large El Vibrato machine. Mess with it. This machine has a smallish hole in either end and a large flat surface running through the middle. And as you're staring at it, trying to figure out what it does, a mouse suddenly runs into the hole on the left, and at the same instant, a mouse skeleton skids out of the hole on the right. Huh. Push the skeleton back through. You slid the skeleton into the right hole, and a very confused mouse scurries out the left hole and disappears under the machine. This machine must be some kind of time tube. Marvelous. Put something in the left hole. You look through your stuff to see if there's anything you'd like to make older. Cheap wine. You look through your stuff to see if you push the bottle of wine through and it comes out on the other side better. Nice. Put something in the left hole. Decent wine. Bottle of fine wine. Put something in the left hole. Decent wine. Put something in fine wine? You got a bottle of vinegar. Increases your moxie by 15. This bottle of vinegar is like the tombstone for a bottle of wine, and like a tombstone you can't really do anything with it. Crap. Bottle of vinegar. Bottle of fine wine. A piece of El Vibrato scrap. What? You push the scrap through and the whole El Vibrato item comes out on the other side. Nifty. I'm getting the same thing. There we go. There's something good. Cow's Bane? A stick of dynamite? Old stick of dynamite? The stick of dynamite has been aged to unstable perfection. It's not too dangerous to carry around, not that that would stop you, but it definitely packs a bigger punch than normal dynamite. Hooray? I have a lot of dynamite too. Oh, no. No! There we go. Let's see, Cow's Bane seed. You push the seeds through the torrent of loose dried cow's bane sprays out the other end. You grumble and collect it into a bale. This is an entire crop of cow's bane, dried and wrapped up into a large bale, and since that Vatican degree back in 1991, all bales like this are intrinsically Christian. Dang it. Bottle of fine wine. Wow, that was a good thing. Man, let's see. That hat's really good though, I must admit. I feel like, oh no, I'm not, okay. I was gonna say, I think I'm gonna get El Vibrato headbands no matter what. I'm gonna just break all these though. There we go. Oh no, 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 what did I click on? The ticket booth clown kind of gives you the stink eye, but he waves you through the circus entrance anyway. Yeah, I figured I wasn't going to be able to come back here ever again. Huh. I wonder if Jumble Neck has any El Vibrato stuff. Depressed Rancher Candy and Full Canteen. I hope that meets your crate expectations. Oh, I got a bag. You fill your waxed paper sandwich bag with old grease. Hopefully this will come in handy very soon so you can stop carrying it around. You have a good reason to be carrying around a paper sandwich bag full of old grease. I would like to hear it because I can't think of one. I can't think of one either, to be perfectly honest. Oh my god! Okay, rusty old lever. The lever mechanism is rusted and stuck. This is gonna require something heavier duty than a can of oil, seems like. Grease up the lever. You dump a bunch of grease into the mechanism and use the sandwich bag to sort of gush it up in there without getting too much of it on your hands. Pull that lever. You yank hard on the lever and it releases the mechanism wound up springs, launching the minecart down the track with a terrific whang noise. Off in the distance you hear a kaboom. What's this say now? Some kind of old, it's sort of gripper, but some kind of old rusty, old spring-loaded ratcheting mechanism with an activation lever. It has sort of a gripper. It has a sort of gripper on the front, but it isn't gripping anything. Oops. Whoa! You give the wrecked minecart a salute in respect of its valor and service. It's hard to tell at a glance, but on closer inspection, this guy seems to have died in a face-down abasement or prayer pose. Praying to the pit, maybe? It's difficult to say. Might have just been napping weird. The skeleton seems to be reaching out to that weird statuette, or reaching out with the statuette? With the hands having fallen off, it's impossible to tell. There's some kind of weird statuette on the ground. Take it. Weird silver idol. You pick up the statuette. It's made of silver, and the tarnish and the darkness make it hard to tell what it's meant to depict. This pit seems pretty deep. You kick a rock into it, but never hear it hit the bottom. Throw something into it. You look through your pack for something that might be good to throw into a bottomless pit. You hold up a silver-toothed skull. Alas, poor, never mind. Throw it in the hole. You toss the skull into the pit. As it falls, it yells, "I'm coming home!" So that's a little unsettling. Brr. Oh, let's see. You look through... Okay, yeah. You don't like the way it looks at you in this dim light. Wait. You look through your pack for something that might be good to throw into a bottomless pit. You take the idol out of your bag. You don't like the way it looks in this dim light. You don't like the way it looks at you in this dim light. Throw it in the hole. You throw the idol into the pit. The weird feeling in your stomach fades away, although you get a sense of, well, it's like if you heard someone chuckle behind you, except you didn't hear anything and there isn't anyone behind you. Ugh. You look through your pack for something that might be good to throw into a bottomless pit. You look at the cover of the book, Introductory Next-Mex. This book could be your first step toward real power, but at what cost? Throw it in the hole. You toss the book into the hole. Good thing it isn't a library book. Whew. You look at the cover of the book, The Fundamentals of Next-Mex. They say the fundamentals are the most important part of learning. You toss the book into the hole when the school marm said reading is fundamental. She probably didn't mean this book. You look at the cover of the book, Intermediate Next-Mex. The back cover blurb says it can teach you how to steal people's blood. That sounds... Throw it in the hole. That sounds horrible. You toss the book into the hole. You look through your pack for some... You look at the cover of the book, Frightening Topics in Next-Mex. That seems like it ought to cover all topics in Next-Mex. Throw it in the hole. Jeez, as if you need more fear in your life. You look at horrifying concepts of Next-Mex. This is getting further down that dark path than you're comfortable with. Or is it? Throw it in the hole. You pause a moment and run your hand over the cover of the book. Then you throw it into the hole. You look through your pack, but you can't find anything suitable. Oh well. I just threw away unlimited power. Huh. I just want a bigger spleen. Let's see. Lost Dutch oven mine. I need to farm more scraps and hope I don't die. I'm sad I gave that girl my kitty. I shouldn't have. I like that cat. That was a good cat. Bam, 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 bam. North Central Positronic Reactor Chilacho Facility. Those things aren't friendly, but neither am I. Alright, just shoot Nanny and then hope it works out. Hey! It worked out! And then I could disable this one. Buffalo, Buffalo, Buffalo Bill will shoot it, and then I'll shoot it. How many scraps did I get for that? Only 4? I need a lot more. Oh, I only need 2 more. Never mind. Drink strong medicine, and then shoot Nanny. Shoot Nanny and pray. That's the best strategy in this game, I'm pretty sure. That was not a good shoot Nanny. That was a really bad one. At least these things don't deal any damage because they suck. They really suck. I was really worried there for a sec. Alright, now to the professor's house. I don't think he cares about what I do anymore. I just want a battery though. And that was Lost Dutch Oven Mine. Ah. Well, this is unusual. In the wooded area out in the middle of nowhere, a goblin has constructed a little lean-to with a rough wooden counter. It looks like something a kid would sell lemonade out of, except instead of lemonade, they've got a display of shiny bits of jewelry. Hello? Many hello to you, good human. Are you having interest in a fine example of goblin jewelry craft? Talk to it. You look over the display of jewelry, which in usual goblin fashion is cobbled together from bits of scavenged material. They're shiny materials, though, charming in an outsider art kind of way. Do you yourself these to making? Oh no, mine skill is to selling only. These I am buying from goblin artisans, and the savings to passing along to you, a customer. Examine the merchandise. I think I remember getting these rings, and I didn't like them that much, so buy no rings. That's right. Gotta get stench resistance from my flowers. Put my lucky horseshoe back on, because you never know what you're gonna find. After this, I'm probably gonna delve back into that deep cave. See what's up with that area. Alright, so I can put the battery in here, right? The monolith is dark. I got energized. I should have done this thing first. Because now I need more scraps. Yeah, I'll just farm now and then come back later. At least energized is a really good perk. +4 to everything isn't that bad. Alright, let's hope this shoot nanny does well. It did okay. I can't believe these things suck. I really thought they would make farming these a little harder, but whatever, I'm fine with it. More El Vibrato scraps. How many do I have? Because I need 10. Alright, one more fight. You know, I could probably just shoot Nanny without drinking the medicine. Yep, I was right. I hope Susie kills this thing. Yep. Alright, perfect. So now I'm gonna go to deepest delve mine, because I feel like I think I only did the first level, or the first 2 levels, and then I just kind of left. A goblin runs up to you laughing. They're carrying a boulder over their head, which is taller than they are. Whoa, wait, what are you planning to do with that? Haha, you catching? No, stop, not throwing. Aw, you not fun. I can't catching a rock like that. How you even lifting that? Finding a magical ring of strength in mine. Now so very strong. Trick them out of the ring. Hey, wow, hearing about rings like this. Can seeing it? Haha, nope. Nice try though. I don't need it. I'll leave him alone. You leave the goblin to his fun. He shifts the boulder into one hand so he can wave goodbye at you. Sheesh. It's this one. I'm gonna check level 2 again because I totally forgot what I did at level 2. If anything. Oh, that's right, I did this and killed some cultists. And got a big cross of the El Vibrato technology. So, you know, not super helpful. I have no idea what to do with a lot of the El Vibrato stuff. This thing is really heavy. Push it. Oh. It's ready to be grabbed. It's a child's bracelet. This bracelet is way too small for you to wear, even if it wasn't also way too colorful for you to wear in public. That's for a side quest that I got quite a while ago. Nope, stay on 3. This toilet is remarkably clean for being underground. Flush it. Take that, toilet! This toilet is unsurprisingly very dirty. Flush it. Yay! There's a bunch of cultists here, whispering to themselves and tracing spirals in the air. 6 of them to be exact. They don't seem to have noticed you, but pushing through them will definitely change that. Wade in and fight them. Cultists are usually not that hard. So if I just strong medicine and shoot Nanny, I should take out at least half. Close enough. The cultist of Roberto. And I turned on the Roberto locker. Master, aid me. Cultist of Roberto performs a special attack against Susie Cochran. He praised Roberto. You defeated the pack of 6 cultists. Wait, or were there 8 of them? Sasparparilla. You were never sure how to spell this and you still aren't. Another stock certificate. Hooray! This shaft really got shafted by a cave-in. Looking at the spiral, you don't like this. Okay. Looking at this altar makes your stomach spin. The central spiral has a nauseating optical illusion effect that makes it look like it's spinning, even though it isn't. You feel like if you get too close, you might fall right into it. I'm thinking that if this is the bottom of the shaft, right? Yeah. So this might pick up the rock and like take it all the way top and crush it into something good. Go to level 4. Sarsaparilla. Sarsaparilla. Whoa! It's an El Vibrato container. You got El Vibrato scraps, El Vibrato punch card, and El Vibrato assault drone. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, it's to be used in combat. This is a very dangerous hexagon made of El Vibrato material. Luckily, it's dangerous to your opponents, not you. That's good. There's a whole crowd of cultists here, muttering and doing creepy Tai Chi. They don't seem to have noticed you. Not yet, anyway. Wade in and fight them. I might as well. Holy shit. 6, 8. There's 8. Alright, let's strong medicine. And shoot Nanny him up. Not a great shoot, Nanny, I must admit. Master, empower me. Smite the unbeliever. Master, aid me. No, Susie! Master, empower me. Oh man, I can take out any of these guys in one hit. That's the trick. But I can only take out one at a time. Master, aid me. Smite the unbeliever. Buffalo Bill's definitely going down. Oh, it whiffed. Because all I need to do is bad medicine him, and then I could kill him. Yep. Smite the unbeliever. I guess, oh, because my mysticality is really high, because the hippie mushrooms. You are powerless in the eyes of the master. Let's see, will that kill? Not definitely. 2 bad medicines and a kill. Because you can just do bad medicine infinitely. Well, I guess not infinitely, until you're out of action points, though. Cultist of Roberto dies. 400 XP, Sarsaparilla, and Sarsaparilla. You managed to defeat all 8 of the cultists in a fair fight, unless you cheated somehow. Did you cheat? Nope, I'm just that good. This is alcohol, though. Can't use that item because your spleen is full. Level up your gumption to increase the size of your spleen. Doop. This is definitely El Vibrato. 2 more muscle. I can fix that. Marmot skin cap. Insert the keystone, enter the portal. West Roberto containment, power offline. Oh, the shaft goes down further than you can see. The cross-shaped El Vibrato device is going crazy. It snaps into place of its own accord. The sign says East Roberto containment power online. West Roberto containment power offline. Leave the terminal. So does that mean I can fight Roberto? Because I can't fiddle with this machine. Or maybe I want to turn on the Roberto containment or turn off it. Because if I can fight him, I want to turn it off. Alright, I gotta get back to the top of Deepest Delve Mine. Very interesting. There's a button that says winch. It's probably for the winch. Activate the winch. There's a button labeled smash. The machine works its magic and compresses the massive lump of coal into a smaller lump of coal. It's got super dense coal. This is a chunk of coal that has had tremendous amount of pressure applied to it. Now all you need is a few hundred years and you'll have a great big diamond. Yeah! Great! If I'm not mistaken, was the Curious Abandoned Well where I could change? No, it might have been the Curious False Mountain. I'm trying to remember where I was able to mess with all the El Vibrato settings. It's lifeless. Oh, I can learn words now though. You have nothing to learn from that kind of card. You insert the card into the slot. The machines, you can't consciously make sense of what you're watching. You have nothing to learn. Okay. Quick gate updated. Wow, I learned all the El Vibrato words. I think it's Curious False Mountain. You find a crate at the side of the road. It has mining or maybe first aid supplies stenciled on it. Geez, make up your mind, crate. You pry the lid off the crate and help yourself to the contents, which turn out to be both mining gear and first aid supplies. It's a lot of good stuff. Oh hey, what's this? Orthopedic boots. These boots are the finest foot care devices that medical technology of the 1890s has to offer, which is to say that they've got sheepskin insoles and they're coated with gauze to help soak up ankle blood. Score! Woo woo woo! Yep, alright. So, time squeezer. I already turned the time squeezer on. Local power terminal. Select local power, then let's just put it at the military coffee maker system. Actually, you know, I'm probably supposed to get two things to the Roberto containment. How many vibrato scraps do I have? I'm just gonna go a curious flat plane right now. This ladder is missing about 70% of its rungs. So dangerous. Call OSHA. Local power terminal. Select power destination. Roberto containment. Weather adjustment terminal. Increase weather adjustment machine power. Primary terminal. Garbage terminal. Garbage return. You press the button and a huge pile of El Vibrato scrap materializes behind you with a thud. Score! Take it. 30 scraps? Okay, back to Curious Falls. No, not Curious Falls Mountain. Shoot, where was it? I'll go to Holloway's hidey hole. It was the deepest delve mine. That's where I need to go. Oh god. Yuck, squirrel droppings. Shovel them. It's nasty work and you're not entirely sure why you're doing it all the way out here in the near wilderness. I don't want to keep stepping in poop. This barrel used to have pickles in it. Now it just has nasty old pickle juice. Howdy. Name's Holloway. Hab Holloway. Sorry for the chittering. I ain't seen another person in a long time. That's not surprising. This place is pretty secluded. What do you do here? Mostly I sell pine cones to squirrels. He frowns. Huh, well, alright. Holloway chews on something he had stored away in one of his cheeks. Holloway, I found this silver pin. H. Holloway, I found this silver pin that I think belongs to you. Aw, dang it. I was hoping not to see that again. I locked that up with the keys inside on purpose. Too many bad memories. I appreciate the intention, that's real kind of you, but go ahead and keep it. Is it something to do with why you live all the way out here with squirrels? I just don't feel comfortable with regular society no more. Is it something to do with this old pickaxe? It has your initials on it and I found it in the same mine your pin is from. Oh my god, no, I didn't do nothing. He starts chattering wildly in squirrel. Whoa! Wow, whoa, okay, sorry, I'm putting it away, never mind. Holloway grabs a paper bag from under the counter and hyperventilates into it for a bit. Eventually he calms down though. He still has kind of a wild look in his eyes, so welcome to my shop. What can I do for you? Well, let me see what you're selling. Clip-on bow tie? You would never wear this, but maybe you'll find a child that needs help getting ready for a funeral. That definitely sounds like something that would happen out west. I'll buy it then. It's a pine cone. Pine trees use them for reproduction, animals use them for food, and grandmothers use them for making little decorative owls. I'll buy one. I'll buy one. Oh, I have 6 needles, don't need to buy more of those. Jar of peanut butter. This is a jar of Gimlet peanut butter, a brand primarily noted for arguments about how to pronounce it. According to the manufacturer, it rhymes with Himlet. Gimlet, Himlet, Okay, I'm out of here, bye. Oh wait, reduces your moxie by 3, why would I want that? It's sad out here. Alright, back to deepest delve mine. Your transponder bleeps at you, which only means one of two things. It's a fight. Giant robot fight. That I will win instantly. Oh, sick, an El Vibrato battery. That's exactly what I needed. I love these stupid walks. Woo! Initialize Roberto containment system. No country for old gods. Oh, Jesus. Whatever that is must be really important. This definitely wasn't here before. Take the crown. You got an item, El Vibrato crown. It's a perfect fit. This crown-shaped El Vibrato helmet was bestowed on you for very noteworthy achievement that you don't precisely understand. Alright. Okay then. 7 pistol damage. Oh man, this is way better. So if I do this, and then, where is it? I've gotten so much stuff since then. Coal snakeskin. And then I go get it silver plated. This is the best hat. Silver plater. Oh, I want to trade. With disposable binoculars, that's what I need. Get cracking, a guide to modern safes. Oh, I've needed this for so long. And now I don't have silicon ring, old engagement ring, super dense coal, stock certificate. Okay, now I have enough meat to buy it. Fungicide bomb? Dangerous. Work boots. Not good. Perfect. Gives you the safe cracking skill. Let's see. You quickly memorize the entire book. The word safe is a real misnomer when you're around. The book outlines techniques for opening safes, knowing the combination. The skill will come without knowing the combination. The skill will come blank if you ever will come in handy if you ever encounter a safe whose combination is not scrawled on a nearby wall. When you're done reading it, you lock it up in a safe that turns out to be slightly too difficult for you to crack, so it's gone forever. Dang it. Not again. Oh. 2,000 experience for that? That's insane. Bam 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 bam. That was a really good one. That was a good Wander and Sally. I've needed safe cracking since, you know, the beginning of the game. Silver plater is where I was going. There we go. Oh wait, I don't have enough meat. I wanted him to plate my hat. Hey there, Rocco, let's go. Danny's Tannery, Shaggy Dog Cave. I think Stern's Ranch has a safe. It's got a lot of hay. Yep. The safe is scorched, but its contents are probably still safe. Stock certificate. You open the safe. Somebody in the Stearns family was quite the investor, it appears. A pile of loose boards. Build the crate. Hammer plus nails. It's a crate. Open it up. You got a bar of soap and ranch dressing. What in the Sam Hill? What's this cow skull painted up on the wall for? That's a little weird, yeah. Who would do a thing like that? Why? There's a weird cow-shaped stain on the wall. Whisper peanut butter. That was the secret path for this little doll. Grace isn't speaking to you anymore. So there's this possessed doll at the very beginning of the game that's like, I'm gonna get ya. And then I smashed her goblet. And now she won't talk to me anymore. Deepest delve. Wait, no, not deepest delve. I want to go to Curious Flat Plain. Whoa. Well, that's odd. There's a tree stump here with a raw plucked chicken sitting on it, on a plate. You dismount and start walking over to take a closer look at it. When a shot rings out, the chicken jumps a foot into the air on fire and lands back onto the plate, perfectly roasted. You slowly turn around and see a woman wearing a black chef's hat, blowing smoke from the end of her revolver. This here's my property. I ain't care much for trespassers. Well, hey, I didn't mean to. She holds up 3 large baking potatoes in her left hand and points her pistol at you with her right. Side dish is either these here taters or you. You got 3 seconds. Just hold on. 2. Try to hornswoggle her. Well, howdy there, ma'am. I'm sorry to disturb. 1. Attack her. A black country chef Magus dies. You won! Looks like your metaphorical goose gets to stay literally uncooked. Cooking pistol. This pistol's barrel is all charred from its having been used as a crude utensil. Maybe it was good to cook charred. That'd be a funny coincidence. So not Deepest Delve, but Curious Flat Plain. Oh, the cold brr. The Cobra. This is comedy. Comedy at its finest. There's a big El Vibrato gizmo sticking out of the ground here. It's got a button on top. Push the button. Well, I'll be... Listen, I ain't no weather expert, but I know enough to tell when it's gonna rain, and that was not on the schedule for today. All I did was push the button on this gadget I found. Didn't your ma ever teach you not to push strange buttons you find out in the middle of nowhere? Well, no. Let's see, municipal sedative pipeline. I mean, I guess I'll just keep it on Roberto containment. I don't know. Wait, what does this say? It felt like I was being pushed away? I guess not. Hey there, Rocco, let's go. I want to talk to Susie. Huh, what's with these weird blocks? Good question. Looks like some kind of ancient road or something. Runs north as far as I can see. Gets real wide, too. It is indeed a mystery. Guess it's not as weird as whatever that machine is, though. Let's have a look. I guess I could go to Curious False Mountain. I don't know. I'm a little at a loss for what to do. Oh, it's Sally, Wandering Sally again. She doesn't have anything new, really. No, not Alamo, Rent the Mule. Actually, I could go there. A skeleton moseys up to you wearing a leather vest, chaps, and a rancher-style felt hat, bleached white by long years in the sun. He also has a tin star in his lapel that says Texas Ranger. He glares at you with suspicion in his eye sockets, but doesn't say anything. He's missing his jaw, so he probably can't even hiss like most skeletons. Hey, what's up? You're a long way from home. The skeleton apparently decides he isn't interested in you and turns to continue on his way. Offer him assistance. Hey, wait! You're hunting for somebody, right? Maybe I can help. The skeleton considers this and pulls an ancient and faded wanted poster from his vest pocket. Looks like he's after some bandit leader named Dirty Jim Deeks, who, based on the date on the poster, has probably been dead for at least 50 years. You've been on the trail a real long time, huh? The skeleton nods with steel in his eyes. Eye sockets. Schmooze your way to the quarry. What follows is a long montage of you and the ranger hanging out. What follows is a long montage of you and the ranger hanging out is the seediest bars you can find, asking circumspect questions about old bandit gangs and who once claimed to be whose son. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that because that might be a spelling error. After a time, you manage to meet a guy called Trashy Mike Deeks, and after a lot of booze and palaver, he tells you where to find his grandpa's grave. When you arrive, the skeletal bandit is sitting on his own gravestone with a board from the lid of his coffin across his knees, cleaning and reassembling an old revolver. Hang back. You hang back out of the way as the ranger marches up to Dirty Jim. Dirty Jim nods amicably, also short a jawbone, and the ranger gravely nods in turn and waits for Dirty Jim to finish with his pistol. After a minute, Dirty Jim peers down the barrel of the gun, seems satisfied, and loads it. The two of them square off in a classic gunfight pose, arms akimbo, hands flexing and ready to grab iron. A leaf falls from a scraggly graveyard tree, and when it touches the ground, 2 shots ring out. And then, Dirty Jim collapses into a pile of loose old bones. The ranger turns and nods to you, touching the brim of his hat in a salute. You salute back, and he tosses you his tin star before collapsing himself. Texas Ranger badge. Did you hear the one about the Texas Ranger who got so mad at a scrap of cloth that at a big party that he could only blow a single incoherent syllable? It was a real Texas Ranger, rager, rage, rah. This item goes on your lapel. Good hunting, old buddy. That was a nice little sequence of events. How's it going? Oh, pretty typical, by which I mean horrible. My shins are acting up and my eyebrows are on the fritz, and you wouldn't believe the amount of paperwork I've got to do, but of course the pencil sharpener is broken, so I have to sharpen my pencil by hand with a nail file, and a scorpion got in my coffee and drank half of it. Yeah, I found the bracelet. Wow, thanks a bundle. It's a real tragedy that there are so few selfless and kind-hearted people like you in the world willing to do a hugely dangerous favor for a total stranger without any expectation of a reward. Yeah, sure. Alright, I think it's time to watch the ending credits, unless something amazing happens on the way to Frisco. It doesn't. These are just the snakes that always kill me. Definitely need my strong medicine. So I can bad medicine a couple things. I'm just gonna bad medicine 1 though. Because now I want my last action point to heal if I need it. Oh. I mean, cover's the only thing that'll help me right now. Oh, he only hit me for 15 damage this time. They hit me for way more last time I fought him. By bad medicine, I might be able to kill it in 1 hit. Nope. Yep. Maybe. Whew. Perfect. Nice. I don't know why I didn't just kill the easy one and guarantee the kill next round. Frisco Viper skin. I hope I can put that on my hat. Your hat's already got a hat band on it. You don't want to be the person who shows up at the party wearing multiple hat bands, do you? I guess not. The good old Steam Tramp. Yep, the good old Bronze Whale. Now playing the final cutscene. Show me the final cutscene. Some folks say endings don't matter. But other folks, they like to know how things turn out, the consequences of their actions. Like, with the trains running again, Frisco thrived. People came from all over to seek their fortunes. But thanks to you, they didn't have to do it while on fire because some cow attacked their wagon. Press any key to continue. I'll watch this for a bit. This is all the people new to Frisco. Okay, this is... Does something happen if I just keep watching? Hey, I know that guy. Okay, I don't think anything happens. Oh yeah, it just ends there. With the railroad completed and Norton ousted, Shmee found himself out of a job, but in of an opportunity. After being elected mayor, he managed the growth and infrastructure of Frisco with compassion and pragmatism. In 1944, Frisco was named Most Reasonable City by the Tuesday Evening Post. Hey, it's Town Hall! City Hall! Hey, it's Shmee! Look at him. Look at him writing on his clipboard. The idea of city life didn't appeal to Susie much. After you and she parted ways, she moved down the peninsula a ways and settled at Cow's Bane Farm, still fighting the good fight in her way. I love the way you shoot. The Susie. She's got the Cow's Bane. I have a bale of Cow's Bane. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that still. Thanks to your assistance, Hobbert Buppert got the photography bug, or should we say the photography owl. Anyway, he opened an art gallery so the citizens of Frisco would never again have to suffer from the inability to see pictures of owl skeletons whenever they wanted. It's just a bunch of owl skeletons. He's so happy. He's so content being this person. This is his life and he's happy with it. Kurtz left the fort and set up shop in Frisco. His cult fitness group skyrocketed in popularity. The growth was entirely due to the word of mouth, because the first rule of Kurtz Fit is that you cannot stop talking about Kurtz Fit. Kurtz till it hurts! A lot of these people still don't look too happy about this. No Hurts pain, no Kurtz gain. The musicians you sent to Dirtwater formed a band called Bread Zeppelin. They mostly did songs about skeletons. They were great. Buffalo Bill retired from the killing trade and made a killing opening up a restaurant in Frisco. Aww, I'm glad he's doing good. I love Buffalo Bill. Buffalo Wild Ways! I would eat there. I would work there. I want to work for Buffalo Bill. You solved 5 of Breadwin's problems. With the increase in morale and civic resources, they were able to clear the weeds from the road and fix the well and the broken hitching post. There was even enough left over to give the mayor's office a new coat of paint and refresh the facade of the Buttery Biscuit. Wow. Olive Garden and Cactus Bill lived happily ever after. A wandering band of goblins found that El Vibrato weather machine you unearthed and formed a cult around it. Due to the increased rainfall, both Olive's garden and her marriage were extremely prolific. Aww, they got little cactus kids and normal kids, and I'm not sure how that works, but it sure did. Cute. Chuck continued to run his blood and breakfast, without incident, accident, scandal, or allegation for many years. That's it. That's all I get for the blood and breakfast. He won 4 of the reenactment scenarios at Fort Memoriam. They still talk about you. Remember when that Ricky fella came through here? Yeah, he was really good. Do we have any more root beer? With your help, Roy Bean's Jelly Bean Museum became the talk of the town. Well, first they had to build a town nearby, but once they did, whoo-wee! That guy doesn't look too excited. This guy here. Dirtwater became, relatively speaking, a thriving metropolis. Thanks to your efforts as a commerce ambassador and all-around helpful stranger, the once sleepy town became a shining oasis in a barren land. Every man, woman, and child in the town knew your name. They even put up a little plaque with your name on it in your old room at the Jewel. Guest rooms. Oh, why a stripy hat? Stripy hats are hideous, and they give you bad stats. Glad that piano player is still doing good. I worried about him. As for you, after your adventure you settled in Frisco and bought a very long, very narrow house. You filled it with souvenirs of your exploits and started an antique hat rack collection. When you left home, you told Rufus you wanted to help people. Over the course of your adventure, you helped 59 people. You weren't whistling Dixie when you declared your intentions. If you had been Catholic, they definitely would have sainted you if you had asked. But you wouldn't have asked because you wouldn't want it to be any trouble. There's a lot of hats in this game. A very long, very narrow house. This is a fucking narrow ass house. Bum bum bum. Bum bum. Bum bum bum. In 1906, all the remaining cows in the West were simultaneously activated by some kind of signal from hell. They thundered east, forming a gigantic, single-minded herd, led by the infernal sadist Duke Bovicus. The cow army thundered east toward Dirtwater. Uh-oh. So I'm not done. There's one last arc. Fortunately, a gang of rodeo clowns swept in at the last minute and slaughtered the herd just before it reached Dirtwater. Unfortunately, all of the townsfolk of Dirtwater had a hard time sleeping for pretty much the rest of their lives. Seriously, it was a grisly sight. Thanks to your cleverness, the world is not destroyed 420 years later. On the contrary, it remains undestroyed for millennia. Future generations don't know how they should thank you, but they definitely should. Because I stopped the whatchamacallit. I stopped Roberto. Thank you for playing. The credits of Loathing. Man, that was an incredible... I wish I finished this game in 2017 so I would have been able to write about it. I wrote a Game of the Year thing for 20 games. Best games that I played in that I finished in 2015 or 2017. I only played this a bit in 2017, but this game is incredible. I can't believe how good it is. It was such a delight. Everyone who played the demo at PAX, beta testers, lucky. These people are lucky. I would have loved the beta test. I wish I knew about the Loathing world before this game. The end. If you've enjoyed West of Loathing, you might also enjoy our free browser-based game, The Kingdom of Loathing, on the internet at www.kingdomofloathing.com. This game is really good. I like it too. All right, that was so good. That game makes me happy. All right, well, that was West of Loathing. Let's see, what time is it? 4:36. I am gonna cut the stream here for a little bit, and then I'm gonna come back. I'll be back, and I'm gonna probably play some Dead Space because I've been playing that, or maybe I'll play Togos. I'll play Shanghai maybe. No, definitely Dead Space. I don't know what I'm supposed to do in Shanghai. So, thanks for watching. This has been West of Loathing. I absolutely adored this game. I can't believe how good it was. Honestly, it was amazing. This is probably one of my favorite games ever. So that was West of Loathing. I'm definitely gonna stream it again. Actually, I'm not done with this game yet, but I wanna finish all the little arcs that are still there. So we'll come back to it. But for now, that's West of Loathing, and stay tuned. Hopefully we'll have some Dead Space coming up. So see you in a bit. Later.